recording. Woo! You guys, welcome so much. I'm Brenny Larson. I'm the host and creator of the Teleart Gathering. This is a free online series, and we're moving things around. For those of you on Facebook, we have tried to live stream, but there's just some weird energy out there. The technology gremlins have been in full force, and our goal is that you get this information for free. Oh, they're talking back and forth there. We'll look at that in a minute. So I'm Brenny Larson, and today I have Josette Diaz, who is like an old friend I just met. Hey, girl, how you doing?
Hey, Brenny, I'm good. How are you?
We're having a great day. Life is wonderful.
It is.
I first, before we do anything, just want to quickly go through to help you. I don't like the word housekeeping because once again, that just sounds like work, and I just like to play. So I want to walk through how you can get the most out of this live event. At the bottom, there's a button that says participants. If you click on that in the middle, you can raise your hand and I'll be able to see that, and we will choose you, unblock your video and audio so that you can get on here and get some live coaching, get your questions answered. Now, also there's a button called chat, and under chat, we put some links. Let's just take a look here and see if, did you not put the links in there, Josette? I'll do it.
I did.
You did?
Uh-huh.
I'm not seeing anything.
I see them on my end. Let's see.
Okay, I don't see them there. So guys, first of all, I'm going to put her speaker page, which is teleartgathering.com/Josette. That way you can easily go to her page, and all the info is there. There's a speaker guide there too. I might go out and grab that, but otherwise, maybe you can just copy and paste it in right now because I know you had it.
Yeah, I've got it right here.
Not a big deal. Go to her speaker page, which I'm going to click on and make sure it works. Bingo, bango. This is her speaker page. And you can click right here on the speaker guide. I will also copy this and put it in chat. That way you can take notes and follow along. Oh, you're probably not seeing mine because you have screen share with her. Don't you just love it, people? Okay, whatever. She's in charge, whether she should or not.
Oh, is that what happened?
I guess.
I just put it in again.
Okay, I see it. Yep, there's a long link. I'm just going to get out of the way here. So now what's going to happen is Josette's going to give you a little bit of background on herself, and I'm going to make sure everything's working on our end. And if you have any questions at all, raise your hand. Once again, that's click on participants. It'll pop up, and there's a little button that says raise your hand. Boom. We'll call on you. If you have other questions, you can put them in chat if you want to share insights. And please share this information out. We'll see if it's recording on live on Facebook. It says it is, but every time we've had it say it is, it isn't. So we know this recording will be on Facebook, in YouTube, on the replay page, and on Josette's speaker page later. So Josette, I am going to turn it over to you and zip out of here.
Okay, great. Well, hi, everyone. I'm Josette Diaz, and I'm a Reiki Master Teacher. I'm also a spiritual and balance coach. And my background is I have 18 years of experience working in healthcare leadership. And I did that for quite some time, obviously. And then I chose to stay home and raise my family for 13 years. And I always had this pull, this calling to work in a bigger way with my path that I've followed for 33 years. And that was what inspired this course that I teach, A Mindful Journey to Change. And there's another little piece to it that I call a vision quest. And through this process of my own life of using Cougar energy, which is all about moving through life with grace, focus, and at the same time remaining open. So Cougars will look at their prey, focus in on it, But as they move towards it slowly, they're staying open for something else that might come into their view that actually is a better opportunity for them. So, and then once they have that, they make a flash decision and they move immediately and take action. And that energy really resonates with me, especially when you're looking at a mindful journey to change, because change is all about getting focused, being clear, making decisions, and taking action. So that's what brought me through this process and bringing it to you so that you can find a new way and new tools that actually will help you throughout your life. And that's what my course is about. So that is me. I now run my own business, and I'm extremely grateful and happy that I have the opportunity to share the work that I've done with a lot of people with you here, with Brenny.
Woohoo!
Thank you, Brenny.
We just are having a blast too. So I highly recommend that everybody hangs out with fun people. And yeah, get rid of the negative Nellies. We're in 2017 and it's time to really claim our joy.
Yep.
It's not live streaming on my iPhone, so I'm grabbing my iPad, but I'm just going to let you take it away and do your little presentation.
Okay.
And then we'll open the lines up. Once again, people, if you have questions, click on chat or raise your hand, and I'll make sure to get to you. Thank you, Giselle.
Okay. Well, I'm going to go ahead and just move right on into the first slide that I have for you, which is on expectations. And I just wanted to talk about what expectations can do for your life. So there's a beautiful quote here that I love, that sometimes we create our own heartbreak through expectations. And I know that everyone can relate to these things, but what is underneath the expectations and where do they come from? We base a lot of our decisions on what we believe, and taking a look at our family systems and our belief systems is key to defining that. And it allows us to take a look at what do we value in our life and what shaped those values. Because sometimes there are influences in the way that we believe, what value we put on, say, money as an example. That's usually a pretty easy one to get to, because everyone has issues around money, whether they're good or not so good. And how did you get there? And that alone is such a powerful tool, and I use mindful tools to get you to a place where you can really understand how did you develop some of the expectations that you have in your life. We develop expectations based on what we value the most and what we believe. So learning that can be huge, and sometimes that can be the one thing that just shifts the energy and shifts everything for you. So taking your time to really evaluate that and look at how you're using expectations in your life from other people for disappointment or to stop you from doing something and moving forward, it can really unblock you if you take a look at that. So like the cougar energy, assessing your expectations is the same as getting the lay of the land, so to speak, and finding your focus. So that's really important. And does anyone have questions? Or
I don't see any questions,
no
right now,
questions?
so just keep on going.
Okay.
I'm trying my iPad live. We'll see how that works.
So the next step in looking at going on this mindful journey to change is, after you've sort of assessed your expectations and you understand what your values are in life, once you accomplish that piece and you have a good feeling about what you expect and what you can let go of, and really looking at your circle of influence, you then move on to the art of patience. So adopt the pace of nature. Her secret is patience. And I look to nature every day, especially if I'm working on creating a new energy in my life, or if I have a particular goal in mind that I feel challenged with. or something just isn't happening and I feel like I've put all this work into it. We all go through these things.
Yep.
And I have to remind myself, I have to stop and remind myself, take a look outside and remember the roses aren't going to bloom until all of the elements are have flourished in the right way. You have to have, the sun has to be right, the soil has to be right, the watering has to be right in order for that rose to bloom. It's the same thing when we're looking at creating something new or manifesting something else in our life that we want, or a different direction that we're going in. Using a new job as an example is always good because we can all relate to that. So if you keep going at it and nothing is happening, there's a reason for that, and it means that not everything is aligned yet, and the universe has your back.
So there are no mistakes is what you're saying.
Exactly. And sometimes the reason that you aren't getting what you think you want could have to do with it's not the right thing for you, even though you think it is. And I can give you an example. I had a client who I did this process with, and she's a nurse, and she wanted forever to be in labor and delivery. It was like her big dream. And when she got out of nursing school, she ended up on a surgical ward for outpatient.
Mm-hmm.
For inpatient. So she wasn't unhappy with what she was doing, but she always was seeking that big dream doing labor and delivery. So she did this process with me that was all over her Vision Quest board. And it wasn't long. It took her 6 months maybe to manifest that. She got a job with labor and delivery and was so excited, thought, oh, my dreams, it's all coming true. She gets in there and she hated it. It was not what she thought it was. She thought it was going to be something else, and it wasn't. And so she was like, I think I was happier where I was. And that's what I mean. Like, she was able to shift herself and move out of her way and manifest what she thought she wanted. But once she got there, it wasn't exactly what she thought. And I think a lot of us have had experiences like that. So, there wasn't anything wrong with the process she did. It was perfect. She lifted the block and she got there. But that doesn't mean that your dreams don't shift.
Right.
So manifesting is yes, you can achieve what it is you're looking for. Just, be okay that if it doesn't work the way you want it to, you always have more options. There's always another goal. There's always something else that you can shift to. So, and that's true in nature as well. And I think being patient with yourself as you move forward is key to creating a happiness within yourself, which then emulates and vibrates higher for you to manifest. And you will find that as you clear these different, you clear out your expectations and you allow yourself to be patient, you get clear, then you are speaking truly up through to the divine within yourself and really bringing it into fruition and raising your vibration so that you can manifest in a much smoother way and it won't take you as long. And then you can really play around with what you want the most.
Josette, I often thank God for unanswered prayers. It's like, thank you for not giving me that boyfriend I thought I really wanted to marry because I saw him at the class reunion.
And you went, phew.
God always has something better for us. Now, the
That's
live
right.
stream is working on Facebook. It is not perfect. It's not showing the whole screen, but we are so excited that the live stream's actually working. There's been such funky energy in the universe. If you want to watch this, the recording's going to go up where you'll be able to see the whole screen. If you want to get some live coaching, you can put your questions in here in Facebook. Or you can, hey, Yesenia Soto's here. That's one of my buddies. Marianne Frank, yay. I get excited easily, don't I? Like, yeah, butterfly went by. Oh, a butterfly. That's all right. Life is supposed to be fun.
That's right.
Make sure if you have questions, you put them in the live stream. If you want to join us on Zoom, the link is in the Facebook page, which is facebook.com/telearc gathering. You can go there and grab the link to Zoom and pop on in here, and then you can raise your hand or you can chat. We're here to give you live coaching. So I just wanted to make a note and thank you for popping in on Facebook, guys. Okay, take it away, Josette. Now what's going on?
Okay, so once we kind of get our patience down and we've released our expectations, then we can look at creating a intention, a clear intention. So that's allowing us to get into harmony. So here's another quote for you, because I love my quotes.
Me too.
So above all, the only thing you have to heal is the present thought. Get that right, and the whole picture will change into one of harmony and joy. And I have to say, you know, when you really get yourself, even if you're in the worst place you've ever been, practicing just one word a day that's positive, even if it's as simple as joy, or, you know, release or whatever it is, if you can focus on that one thing every day, when you're in the worst place you are, you will find that your spirits get lifted, your fear starts to dissipate, and it's really about getting yourself in alignment, in the flow with the divine, so that you are no longer, you're shedding all of that behind you. And I have personal experience with that. I know for sure that if I am going through something rough, or if I'm going through moments of where I'm feeling tremendous fear, if I allow myself to focus on a positive word every day and I assign it a color, that brings me through and shifts my energy, and it's almost immediate. The more you use it, the more immediate it is. And so that's just a little extra tip for you on that, because I found that to work for me really well. Have you tried that before, Brenny?
I use a word every day, like I'm always grateful. So I get up and I say, I'm grateful. Thank you, God. I'm so happy. I always want to be happy. And then today I said, everything's just going to be smooth. Facebook's going to work. Our webinar's going to work, and everything's been just fine. If you don't set the energy, people that follow feng shui and follow me, intention is foremost. That's telling the energy of the universe where to go. So they totally understand that. And it's easy to stay in that low vibrating energy if you allow it. But you get comfortable there. And that's why we like to declutter, because guess what? People are comfortable with clutter, but then the opportunities don't come in. I'm interested in the colors, though, because we love colors. And I know Marjorie's clapping her hands right now. She always has to go to color webinars. You know, I'm interested. What popped in my head is I do chakra feng shui, and I'm wondering, when you assign it a color, maybe you're assigning, you know, that chakra to open up. Maybe it's blocked, and maybe that's why you get that color. So
that's right.
I love to journal through images. I'm a draw artist type person. I don't like journals, like nicely written journals. But boy, being a Gateway Dream teacher, I'm going to tell you, when you go back and look, there's messages in your journaling, there's messages in your dreams. So the colors are interesting to me, and I'm going to start seeing what pops up there.
Yeah, and that's what I do. I feel like just a clear ball with whatever color pops into my mind initially. So I don't sit and think about it. And I might get more than one, and then I just fill that ball with that color, and then I fill the ball with the positive words that I have chosen for the day, or what I'm feeling I need the most.
Okay, so what was your word and color of the day?
Today was calm. I wanted to stay calm and joyful.
Wonderful. It's kind of hard to stay calm with me around.
But you make me joyful, Brenny.
Thank you. I love to laugh. I'm telling you, we've had more fun with these speakers. Everybody was laughing all the time.
I know it's been really fun to watch.
Okay, so let's get on. What's the next slide
Okay.
got holding for us?
So we're going to talk about what fact is versus emotion. Now, it seems like it's a no-brainer, but if you really start to write it out and you put it on a piece of paper where you have your facts and your emotions, sometimes it gets a little murky. Like you can think that, oh, this is how I feel and that's how it is, but is it really? Is that a fact? So some examples could be, let me think of one that is really good. So, okay, someone you know really well, this is where it gets kind of tricky. So if I'm having, I'm trying to decipher out what are the facts around an argument that I had with, say, a spouse, then I think what I know about that person in my mind can turn into a fact
Mm.
when that's not really the truth. The truth is it's an emotion. So working through what is a fact, facts are concrete, simple things, right? Like I'm looking at a computer screen right now, that's a fact. So once you lay out what the true facts are, so around an argument, it could be maybe it's around money. And so we have X amount of dollars a month. That's a fact. Our bills are X amount of dollars a month. That's a fact. What you're arguing about could be that maybe you overspent and you're arguing over that. One of you did. And then, so you might assume that your spouse is not being considerate of the budgets. So you make some assumptions there and you consider them to be facts. Oh, he's just not doing it. It's proof because he's overspending. Well, that's really your feeling about it and your emotion. It's not really a fact. So the amount of money going out that's over your budget is a fact, but what you might assume about that, the reason behind it is not a fact, it's an emotion. So separating out those two things is really important in order for you to come to a right-minded choice. So this allows you to find the balance within your own mind and sort out your real feelings versus what's really going on, the simple facts of the matter. And it allows you to balance that and then come up with an integrated choice and decision. And all these steps start leading you towards clarity so that when you create an intention, your intention is very clear and you're leaving less gaps available for you to bring something in that you may not necessarily want. So go
I
ahead.
think that's one of the toughest things for people is when you talk to them, they know exactly what they don't want, but they don't know what they want. Like, what is your goal for the next 3 months, 6 months, year, 2 years, 5 years? Boy, they know what they don't want. And guess what? When you focus on what you don't want, you keep getting more of what you don't want.
That's right. And if you even like set an intention that you're not necessarily clear about and you leave gaps in it, you can bring in something that you didn't intend because you didn't make that clear statement. So I have an example for that. One time I set up an intention around bringing in abundance, but I wasn't really clear. I wanted boundless abundance, right? So an abundance to me isn't necessarily about financial gain. It's about bringing in resources and, you know, energy that is good and healthy in my life, and you know, people that abundant, good people in my life. So it's not just about one thing, but, you know, I wasn't very clear about my parameters around that. And so, you know, you can bring in other things that aren't really what you meant. So you have to then go back to the drawing board and get clear. Because the minute that you get something that crosses the boundary of what you didn't want, you go, uh-oh, what did I not clarify? So that's why this process allows you to, continue to move forward towards your goal, just like the cougar does, moves towards the goal and is continually looking to see if there's other openings that are more beneficial, because you can keep moving towards that goal, and that goal's a good one. It's not that it's not good, but there could be something else that's coming to get your attention that would be for your highest and best good, more than what the goal is. So if we take the person who, the client that wanted to be a labor and delivery nurse, we take that as an example. That was her goal. And as she kept moving forward, she had some flags of, oh, should I do this? But she wanted the goal, so she did it, and then she found she didn't like it. So using the cougar energy allows you to continue to move towards that goal, but also stay open to see if there's something else that is actually for your highest and best good, that's an alternative that still is going to keep you happy. And then you make that decision like that and go for it. Because sometimes you sit back and hesitate.
I want to make a comment about moving forward and taking action. If she never would have taken action, guess what? This would have been using the energy up of what she really wants and desires in life, because she didn't know it. Hey, Lori, thanks for popping on live stream. It's working. On my 88-year-old mom's old iPad. Nope, my iPhone, my new iPhone, it's only like a year old. Nope, that's not working. But I think it's important that, there's so many people are fearful and they don't want to take action. And when you take action, that's how you find out, am I on the right path? Or guess what? You know what? This isn't really what I wanted, but now I know it. And I can leave that behind and focus my energy and time and figure it out. That's how you figure it out.
That's right. That's right. And sometimes when you have those fears come up, the best thing to do is to turn and shine the light on them. I mean, I think that we're, sometimes when I feel fearful, I'm sure I'm not the only one that does this or have some moments of hesitation where you just kind of go, oh, I just want to hide and block it all out. But that really is only going to feed the fear. So it's better to just turn and shine the light right on it and just keep moving.
We know that's not easy to do either. And that's one reason I am really, really big on surrounding yourself with the right people. Name the 5 people around yourself. Those are the biggest influence you have, or the 5 people you hang out with the most. Is that the life you want? And it's really common sense, isn't it? I mean, people that drink hang out with people that drink. People that do drugs hang out with people that do drugs. People that love to go to church hang out with people that go to church. So it's really important you take a look at what action you're taking. And if not, at least get in one group. Like if you like this kind of stuff, you can get in our special offer. And then you're surrounded with a group of people and the teacher that's going to help you manifest and get clear on your intentions and be in alignment.
Right. And exposing, the more you expose yourself to the kind of people you want in your life, the more they're going to start being attracted to you. And if you've got people that are hanging out or you're doing things out of obligation, go back to your expectations. Take another look at your values around family, love, money, life in general. Those are the 4 biggies that I like to hit the hardest because they're kind of your foundation. So, I agree. You really do need to surround yourself with as many people as possible that have the same end goal as you do.
One of my favorite hashtags is stop shooting on yourself. Because we think we should do this and we should do that. And just stop that. Stop shooting on yourself.
Yeah, I know.
Isn't that a good one?
It is. That's a good one.
I want to make a comment too, is when you change your mindset and your perception, it does shift the energy. I take care of parents that are 88, 90 years old. And my mom can be a little snippy at times. We call her snippy like a cat. But if I set the intention, oh, when I call her today or when I see her
Mhm.
today, she's going to be in a good mood. It makes a huge difference. If I don't set that intention, that old energy just pops right up because it's comfortable. So
Mhm.
it's as simple as even saying it and then, or, just state it. And if it works, it works. And if it doesn't, you didn't waste anything. But I'm going to tell you, you just
Absolutely.
told the universe your desire, and the universe immediately starts working on it. And don't forget, your mind is energy. And when you
Mhm.
think something, it's energy. And
Mhm.
so, in order to be in harmony, your thoughts and actions need to match your desire. There you go. I guess I
That's
just
right.
did number 3.
You did. And I also want to say something about what you just said. Like when you talked about how you set an intention before you call your mother, that's beautiful because you're getting clear about where you're going to come from, the energy you're bringing in. And so she just kind of just follows and responds. So that's it. Like you said, your thoughts are energy. So what you're putting out there is going to just vibrate and come back to you.
And you know how I also view it is nobody wants to be angry all the time. I don't
Yeah.
believe that. And when you give them the opportunity
Mm-hmm.
to change the energy, it works. And even my whole family has said, wow, nobody fought. No, what's going on here? And it's like, because I said to them when they were at my house, it's like, no, we're all going to get along and have a good time today, right? Right. And literally, it does work. Try it. We
Yeah,
have family members get on our nerves. That's part of life. It's called life lessons. And you're like, really? I chose them? Yes, you did.
it's so funny. I have a little funny story. I had a student who has extended family members that come and visit, and they're very judgmental, and the student always feels a little somewhat intimidated, I guess. And so we were discussing this just the other day about, setting your intentions and using color and, positive words association. And so we were just cracking up because we were saying that, your color's orange today and it's all about joy. And she was thinking of getting them all T-shirts that are the colors. So she just throws them their T-shirts so that she looks at them every day with her positive affirmation, even though they're there visiting and they're negative.
Well, the color orange lifts your vibration.
That's
Lori's
right.
on, and she's an aromatherapist, and she'll tell you that's one of the oils that will help raise your vibration. But if you just, do something funny too, like imagine them doing something silly. So when you look at them, instead of going, that story of when I was 4 again, really? My family does. I'm like, I was 4. Can we let that go? And it was your fault that you left the ox out and let me sit on it and break it. We got this ox, this Taurus. I'm Taurus, and we got this ox in Mexico. It was a little ceramic thing. Well, what's a kid gonna do? I went, sat on it, and broke its legs off right away. Well, I'm 4. That's not my fault. You should have been watching me. I'm a wild one. But they bring that story up, and I thought, oh, Lord, when's that going to go away? So I see my cousin, and I haven't seen him in like 40 years. What's the first thing he brings up at our reunion?
The
I
box?
remember you breaking the ox. I'm like, what is wrong with you people? So learn to laugh at yourself too, because if not, you're just, then your ego. So we're going sliding right into the role.
Right into ego. Yes. So consider what the role that it plays in your life. And there's mindful practices that you can use, tools that you can use in monitoring your thoughts. And when I say monitor, that might sound like a weird word to use, but you really are observing how you think, and so that you can get to a place where you separate out what's ego and what is actually right-minded thinking or divine-minded thinking. And anytime that you are not thinking with love first, that's ego.
Mm-hmm.
So keep that in mind as you move through your day. And no one's perfect. You're not going to be able, you're in a human body and a human experience in this world that we've created here to keep ourselves separate from spirit. And it's not always easy to navigate through. So be patient with yourself, be kind to yourself. And, you know, everybody goes through it. The other day I was driving, I had to get somewhere, and someone gets in front of me and they're slow going. And I'm like, oh, you know, and they make these decisions and you get all annoyed about it. And I had to stop myself. And I said, okay, wait a minute, you know, judging your brother, you know, take a step back, and are you coming with love first? Even something simple as that, even if you just start there.
There's so much energy in the universe right now, and people are picking it up. Those of you that, you know, don't visualize, meditate, pray, shield yourself. We all know what's going on in the world right now. And people just wake up sometimes feeling crappy.
Mm-hmm.
And it's not your fault. It really isn't. There's tools, and that's why I do these interviews, so that you can find the teachers that you've been looking for and don't even know it, that you go, oh, well, that's what I've been wanting to learn, or that's what I've needed some help with. And I'm going to tell you another thing, being, you know, a fun person. When people get mad in traffic, I just smile and wave at them, you know, like they'll be mad and they'll drive by you and flip you off. They're having road rage. And I swear it makes them even more mad. Otherwise, they realize something goes, I really am being an ass. Like I had some little old lady flip me off, and I'm like, you're the one who went through the stop sign, lady. So I just smiled and waved at her, you know. And I always do the beauty pageant wave, because it's like, if you're going to irritate them, you might as well irritate them to the top of the ladder.
That's like it's a nice way to handle it, because it gives them like that complete reflection.
Well, otherwise, what's it going to do to me? Am I going to go to their vibration, their low level of anger? Oh, yeah, we've been there. I lived in Dallas, Texas. I can tell you about road rage, people. And it's like, it's not fun, and you get nothing out of it but sick, because low vibration gives you disease.
Yep. That's right. That's right. So really getting a hold of your ego the best that you can is really important. And there's different ways of doing that. You can do it through mindfulness. Meditation is key, you know, to many things that we do in our spiritual life. It gives you those moments of silence to really just quiet the mind. And when you go through meditation, and if you do like silent meditation rather than like a guided meditation, you will just start hearing your mind go chatter, 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 chatter. And the more you do it, the less it chatters, and the easier it gets, and the calmer you feel. And it then becomes your focal point, like your timeout for yourself.
You get addicted to it. You don't need to meditate 3 hours a day. 15 minutes is cool, people. I want to make a note on that, because I know, you know, I teach meditation, and there's a lot of people really are challenged with this. To start, guys, go for a walk in nature. Sit by the lake or a river and listen to the water. You're getting in the meditation because you're calming your body down. You're calming your mind down. And I always, you know, see this visualization of people are like praying, they're praying, and God and your guides are up there, and then you never meditate, and they're like, well, how am I supposed to give them the answer? They keep saying the same prayer. Oh, here she goes again, wanting some money, but I keep telling her, but she's not listening.
Because she's not quiet and still enough.
Let her mind quiet down.
Yeah, exactly. And you can that's a really good point, Brenny, because it's not just walking in nature is wonderful for that. And that's one of my favorite things to do, and just really getting into nature around you. Other things you can do is, like, if you like to color, that's why all those mindful color books are so big right now. Those are other ways of meditation. Even crochet, knitting, anything that you enjoy doing that allows you to kind of get into that calmness within you, or where you just feel like you're in a flow because you're doing something that, you know, feels good to you and allows you to have some quiet time in your mind. those are all really good activities you can use to meditate as well.
Yeah, anytime you're doing any kind of craft, and in fact, I interviewed Vasi Huntalas last week, and she was doing painting for intuition, and we used all kinds of things, pine cones. I used peanuts because I kept dreaming about these damn peanuts, so they ended up in my artwork, and was actually really a fun thing to do. But it helps you open up, and hers was about painting and intuition, and change your mind because you're having fun, especially if you're using your hands. You guys get in there, stop carrying, and then you don't have to clean paintbrushes and stuff. When you're done, go wash your hands. But suddenly you're in and you're seeing colors, and you're creating, and you're laughing, and you're having fun. And that's how you open your mind up. So what do you love to do? What did you do as a child that you stopped doing as an adult?
Yeah, that's a big one to ask yourself, because you're right. It's like, if you think about the things that really got you excited when you were a kid, you probably could find an activity that's similar, or if it's not the same thing.
Well, I'm not going to take Sears catalog and make birdhouses. My parents suckered me into that. I thought I was really being creative. We would take them and fold them, and they'd look like a birdhouse, and you'd put birds in there. No, man, those things were like how many thousands of pages. They were just having us kill time to get out of their hair. My dad, when we sold their house a couple of years ago, had one from when I was a kid. There's this poor little bluebird house with a bluebird in it. And it's like, I remember that Sears catalog. That's the one Mom told us to pick everything we want out for Christmas. We'd spend all summer. We never got anything. Once again, we'll keep the kids busy. Yeah, I learned a lot of lessons from my family. Okay, so now we're going to bring it into alignment and manifest. Yeah. And manifest is what everybody wants to do, is we want to manifest our desires, what we want, not what we don't want.
So when you start combining all of these different tools, and you're going to use your clearing of your expectations, you're then going to look at your patience around allowing everything to the universe to have your back, and to start creating and moving things out of your way and shifting them. That's part of the patience, where you just have to know and have faith that it's happening, that what you're wanting, what you're clear about creating for yourself, co-creating, is happening while you're moving forward and taking action towards these goals. And then separating out the fact versus emotion, huge, to get into a right-minded place so that you have a clear intention that doesn't have holes in it, that gives you a clear direction, and you have focus. And then once you're able to do that, you can also use tools like affirmations to keep yourself aligned. And then you have the clear intention, you've let go of expectations, you're being patient. And then if you use affirmations to support yourself, and it's not something that you have to make huge. You can do just a simple affirmation that you look in the mirror every morning and you make a statement about it, and then you're done. And once you bring all of that into alignment and stay focused, then you are on your path to manifesting. And some things will happen immediately, and some things will take a little longer. So that's why I move into doing a vision quest, which is creating a board that you've painted on to start creating the energy. So we talk about color, and it being in feng shui, like we've discussed here, color is huge for the energy.
Color is huge in life. It is one of the 9 ways we shift energy with feng shui. There's 3 color systems. One is the bagua, the different colors, like wealth and abundance is purple in feng shui. But in the 5 elements, it is wood element, so it's green. But you shift energy because color is vibration. And I just want to say how simple it is. Paint is not expensive, and you can shift it. Like red is not my favorite color. Well, I'm a wood element and fire burns up wood. So you're not going to see me in a red outfit unless my mom put me in it. If I could take back that red jacket from China that I wore, I would. But you can put 9 drops of red paint in with the intention, because we use intention as foremost. We're telling the universe what we want, and everything's a frequency. That's why when you talk about manifesting, you have to be at that frequency.
Mm-hmm.
You know, you can't, you know, oh, I want to marry Brad Pitt, but I weigh 600 pounds and I'm a hoarder. Probably not going to happen because your vibration's not the same. The color is a very simple way to shift energy, and really take a look at what color really you hate, because those are the colors you need. We get into it looking at your chakras, but just by putting the color around you is going to shift. And when you talk about pick a color for the day and set an affirmation, what I love is that you're not saying you have to say it 100 times a day.
Yeah, no. And that's why I love that, that tool, because it just is a gentle reminder. I'll see if I set the color as blue, I'll see a blue car go by and I'll be reminded of my words, you know, and that's why assigning the color helps you stay focused on it.
And I'm like, El Morey, the Ascended Master El Morey is the color blue. Lord of the first rate. Yeah, I do a little bit more in feng shui. But anyway, that as soon as you said that, I'm like, there he is. Okay, color blue. But that's good, because that's all about not my will, but thy will be done. That's who El Morey is all about. So when you say blue, do you see how colors can trigger things for you?
Oh, yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. And
I
that's
want to make a comment that just popped in my head, because I took this memory book training, and one of the ways we would use colors and funny things to remember, because like people first stop saying that you have no memory or you can't remember, because that's all the universe hears. So for an example, you have to remember to pick up your dry cleaning, and you're like, oh, how am I going to remember that? Well, imagine your car dressed in your suit. And then when you look at your car and whatever color it is, you say that too, like let's say a blue suit. Well, you go out to your car and you're like, oh man, there's that blue suit on my car, because it will trigger in your mind something funny like that, and then you'll remember to pick up your dry cleaning. So these are little tips on many levels, people. We're going to help you clear that brain out of those, you know, past behaviors and past jargon that you put yourself into. It's just a neurological thing that can be reprogrammed, and you'll hear 21 to 28 days. So you can change your life in 3 to 4 weeks. But you need to surround yourself with the right people, because you're going to go right back into your old vibration if you don't, because there's nothing that has shifted it. That's what feng shui is about, is your exterior impacts your interior. And you have to make a shift or you're not changing anything.
Yeah, and that's part of what the Vision Quest piece is about, which is in the class that I offer. And painting the color to create the energy that you're focused on making change to. So you might not think that like getting a new job equates to a color, but it's got to be a color that resonates with you, or that you feel emulates what you're going towards.
Blue.
And everyone can come up with that.
Well,
and
no,
so,
blue is the water element, and it's your journey in life. In America, we say career. So blue seems to be the color of the day. And I noticed the blue in your little slide here.
Yeah. That was an actual board that I did for a friend. So for her birthday, and she was turning 50, so she was feeling slightly challenged.
Oh, really? I'm 55 going on 56 level. I'm level. It just makes me sound so much smarter. I don't go by age. I'm level 56 coming up.
I love that.
And I would no way go back to be a teenager nowadays.
No, it's
my age group, I think we grew up in the most perfect time where we had some technology, but you know, we had beepers. We put codes in. There were no cell phones. The light switch went on. That means get your butt inside. Supper's ready. I mean, it was an easier time.
Yeah, it was much easier. I think, you know, now kids are so bombarded with so many things. So, but having this vision board for yourself that you painted on, and you add typography, you can add pictures, you can put other decorative tools on it to help you create this energy that you're going for, whether you're trying to manifest something materialistic or if you're looking at changing something in your life or that you want more of. This is a visual reminder, and as you were saying, the color shifts, and every time you look at it, you are looking at what you're desiring, and you're very clear about it. So you then have a focus, a reminder that keeps you focused on where you're going. And so that is part of the class that I teach, the Mindful Journey to Change in Vision Quest.
And I'm going to tell you to go declutter so you really can clear that energy out.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
No one wants to hear about decluttering, but clutter are decisions not made. That's all it is. Just come from that instead of, oh man, I'm so overwhelmed. Well, you're overwhelmed because you have clutter, and we want new things to come into your life.
Mm-hmm.
So I have to throw that in there, because if we're manifesting and we want clear intentions, you need order in your life. And if you have a ton of clutter or things that are really, out of control, at least put them in a box or put them vertical, because horizontal clutter, it clutters and overwhelms and creates anxiety because there's no clear surface. If you can just, like, if you have a desk and you pile everything up at the end of the night in one pile versus all over your desk, you're going to feel a huge shift, and then you'll be able to get more done and get more clear. You cannot get clear with a ton of clutter around you, and it's not just clutter of your space, it's clutter of your mind, how you're thinking, and the energy of other people.
I totally relate to that. I have had a garage full of stuff that I've been clearing out, and every time I do it, I feel so much better. I feel lighter every time.
Well, get ready in a couple months when it's springtime in Minnesota, because when my parents moved, all of a sudden I opened my garage door and my dad had built a little thing to put pieces of wood in. He is 90 and they went through the Depression, and he collects things, and I'm like, what happened to my garage? So yes, I will be live streaming on that this spring, and I already went through a complete class with a lot of my students around here. Thank you for showing up. A room by room organization, and one of them was the garage. And you guys, if anything in your life, if you can just put like items together, it's going to help you a lot. And remember, when you can't find things, when your space is a mess, you're frustrated, you get angry, you're running late, where is my tennis racket, whatever it is. So this is all about getting your mind, your space, your body in alignment. That's how you're going to manifest. So yeah,
good. Well, then once you're done with all of this, you just stay focused and keep taking action. That's the important key, is taking action every step.
And I think it gets easier and easier, because when things are going your way, when things are flowing for you, just remember, challenges are just from the universe a way that you need to clear something or try something different. We've had a ton of challenges on this teleart gathering. Didn't stop me. It's like, no, we're going to make all of that work, because this information's great. And if we help one person, if each teacher only helps one person, which I know by the emails and messages I get, we help a whole lot more than that. And then that might be the one person who's going to change the world by you, so that's what it's all about.
Yeah. And you can use any of these tools for any number of things. You don't have to create vision boards for everything you do, but you can use these tools in various situations. And that's what I love about this class, because it really gives you some concrete things that you can turn to throughout your life in various ways. So it will help you move forward, not just for manifesting, but for clearing.
Yeah, it does tell you a lot by what colors you're using and what images. I actually was at a live event with Suzanne Evans, and they had us create, I call them intentional design, life design boards. And and what they did was they took pictures of it and put it in our file, because by just looking at the image we had created, it tells you a lot. Like mine said, I like to be near water, I like to go on vacation, I like fruits and vegetables and margaritas. And good looking Italian men. So that's what they found out about me. Oh.
Fruits, vegetables, and margaritas.
Margaritas and an Italian man.
Italian man. That's funny. Oh.
Okay, so do you have more slides for us, or do we want to take them to your speaker page and just walk them through how they can get your free gift?
Yeah, let's go to speaker page because this was the last slide.
Okay, so the easiest way would be for you to go down under chat and click on your speaker page, as long as you are in control.
Okey-dokey.
And then that page will pop up. Or you can just type it in too, because you know how to spell your name.
I do.
Oh, there she is.
Ta-da! So, whoopsie, sorry about that.
Oh, there she's doing her driver update, everyone.
I'm trying to shrink it. Sorry, guys.
Well, it's in the middle of doing something. Hit cancel at the bottom. There you go.
Okay. No. Oops. No. Go away. There. Okay.
There you go. Maybe somebody's meant to be updating their computer, and that's why that popped up.
Yeah, I hit that yesterday by mistake, and it won't go away. So, okay.
I have to help her.
Yeah.
She needs help. That's all I'm going to say.
I'm halfway techie, but not quite.
And I'm a geek. Okay, so this is her speaker page. Once again, it's teleartgathering.com/Josette, Josettee. It's going to take you to her speaker page. You're going to be able to find out more about her. For those of you that like to read, I'm not a reader. I could read that and it wouldn't sink in. I really am a visual. Like, I like pictures and videos. Then it's also going to go through the animal symbology. And I just love that picture of the cougar. I know you gave me another one, but I had to put that.
I know.
By Karen Shipley, and I think I'm going to go paint one like that. So if you look right underneath that cougar is her speaker guide. And then you can click on that. You can listen to this over and over. If you keep scrolling down.
Hold on. There we go.
Okay, this is what the interview was about today. And underneath that is her gift for you, your thank you gift just for, showing up. Oh, I guess I should take out, what is it? I had used a kind of a template to remind me, what is it? Well, it's opening the pathway to your expectations. It's the MP4, and it's also a PDF. To identify where you're placing your expectations. And then if you really like that, it's kind of a taste of what her class is going to be. And her class is a mindful journey to change in Vision Quest. When did you decide you were going to have the class? We had discussed this, and we want to make sure everybody gets in. And we know most of the people wait and make decisions till the last week. 70% of the people joined programs in the last week. So what was the date you decided you were going to have this 3-part series?
I'm going to start it on February the 22nd.
Oh, that gives them plenty of time. Yeah, great. Because people are pretty busy. So let's just talk briefly then about your special offer. You guys can go back and you can read through this, but it's so simple. All you're going to do is just click on that special offer button. It's $99. This program is probably going to be $500 in the future, but because of the telearch series, what we want to do is we want you to get a taste of these speakers, these coaches, that are going to guide you on your way. So we let you get in at a very inexpensive price, and then if you like them and you see the investment is definitely worth it, you can follow them further and do one-on-ones or other programs and classes they have. So let's just talk briefly then about your special offer and what they can expect from it.
Okay. So what this course is about is getting into, I've given you just an overview of what it is that I teach in this course. And this actually delves in a lot deeper. And when you do it in a group, I find it the most beneficial. I've taught this individually because I use it as a coaching tool. And when I do it individually, I can tell you, you do get a lot out of it. It's not that, but there's nothing like having community, and there's nothing like working with people that have like-minded interests or are going for one goal, the same type of goal together. And that journey alone is priceless, in my opinion.
I always say take a class with a friend, like Lori Kiesling Colberg. She's my friend. She's my student, but we've become friends. First, she's a Minnesota girl, so I know she's really cool like me. But we're taking
That's right.
Siobhan's class together.
Oh,
And then
cool.
it's fun because you have somebody to talk to outside of class.
Mhm.
And you guys, if you don't understand E squared or the power of the mind, what just square anything, like there's two of us talking right now, there's really four minds of information. And that's why it's really important to me that you have a support system. So pick one of your 5 cool people you want to hang out with, that you want to be like, and get in a class with them. And class is meant to be fun, you know?
Yeah.
That's why people are like, wow, really, we're going to be painting or doing this. Does that really work? Well, yeah, you are just stuck in the mindset that you have to sit through boring lectures for 12 hours and go home and be just brain fried. That's not what it's about. Honestly,
Yeah.
that's the exact opposite of how you learn, grasp, shift, and change.
Mm-hmm. And this class is not that. It's not lecture. There's a little bit of lecture in the sense of direction and conversation, but it's really about getting people to look at their root causes, dig deeper, and put that out for themselves, and then sharing with each other. So we do a lot of sharing, and so there's conversation, which is why I've also added a private Facebook group for this, because I wanted whoever comes to this class to have the opportunity to work with their other students that know what they're doing, that are on the same path as them. And then I probably will throw in various days where I'll go in live and we'll have conversation and, help with any kind of questions that anyone's had, or even just topics that, people want to discuss. So that's what that's going to be about. And so we're going to go through these different elements of creating a clear intention to get you to manifesting. And then we're going to do the Canvas board as homework, because it's really a personal thing. But the last class is going to be sharing that experience and sharing your board, so that you're not just left with, oh, okay, class is over and I go do a board. No, we want you to, it's all very interactive. And I want you to come in and really, all of the hard work that you do, that you put into this, you're going to be able to share with everyone your creations. And then you get that support. And whenever you have more than one person thinking positively about a goal, it amplifies it and creates the level of consciousness at a new level. So that's the reason for doing it in a group, is such a benefit. So, and it's really fun. Everyone who's ever taken this class from me, we always have a good time. And I'm all about teaching with humor, and also, getting down to it. Let's do the work, but let's have fun doing it. It doesn't have to be torture.
If it's not fun, I'm not doing it.
Yeah.
So
Exactly.
let's talk about if they invest right now. I know your Facebook group is up because I was out there last night testing everything. So you're not starting the class for, let's say a month. I'm just rounding it.
Right.
So what are they going to get if they invest right now today? Are you out there interactive? Are you going to be doing live streams ahead of time?
Yes, I will start doing some live streams on there. I'll just go in with some tips to get you thinking. And I might even hold some meditations, which are always really fun. I do monthly meditations over at my local library as a volunteer, and I just love doing guided meditations with people. So I will be putting some of that on there. There'll be some things for you to do up until we get to the class. And then you can ask questions if you're not sure about what to gather material-wise. You know, I tried to give you a little helpful hints on where to find things, like the Canvas boards are not hard to find. I don't know where everyone lives, and I know Michael's is here in California, but Amazon, everybody is aware of, and you can find Canvas boards on there, even paintbrushes, even paints, and you don't have to spend a lot of money if you don't have them lying around. But
I think you can even get them at Walmart. I live in a little tiny town,
exactly.
and I saw some Canvas boards there. You know, and here's the thing, guys, is you can get started and get guidance right now, and we as teachers listen to what our students want, and we often add things to our programs and shift them around. So
I do that all the time.
Yeah, and it's the big thing to me is surrounding yourself with the right people and having fun.
Right, exactly.
Hey, your relatives, your parents, you know, everybody will beat you up on their own, the universe. So go have fun and block all that energy and hang out with people that know how to shift, know how to do movements, because we're energy. We study energy, and everything is energy. If you guys know Tesla, this dude named Tesla, energy, frequency, and vibration. If you want to know anything about the universe, I love my quotes too.
I know you do. I could tell when you said Tesla.
Oh, one of my favorites.
I know.
Okay, so if you have any questions on the live stream, pop them in now. Otherwise, I'm going to go to the Zoom page, which please show up for these are really powerful live calls. And we want to coach you. We want to do clearings for you. We want to give you guidance. So when you're on the live Zoom link, which we just started using it with students today, and it worked because we said it was going to work. And hours on with technical support also. We're here to help you and do clearings. Otherwise, please do go out to the TeleArt Gathering page. I am going to make it so you can see me too. Yeah, guys, just so you know how much I love you, I'm a coffee drinker. My coffee is holding up the iPad for live streaming. Thanks a lot. I've been stuck with my glass of water. We have a question here from Suzanne. Do you want to stop screen share now, please?
Yeah, sure.
Oh, controlling host. Oh, thank you, Suzanne. Suzanne Rollins is one of my students. She's totally awesome. She shows up for stuff all the time. You're still screen sharing, honey.
I know. I'm trying to get that off.
Let me see. Yeah. This will stop the screen share. That's right, baby.
Did you get it?
Well, it had me screen share, and now I'm going to see if I can just stop the share. Stop the share.
Oh, good. There we go.
Okay, this is kind of weird because I see a big picture of you and a little picture of you. Weird. Thank you so much, Susan, for showing up. It's nice to see you again. She takes classes from me. She's one of my feng shui buddies. And it's always wonderful because I can see 1, 2, 3, like 5 of my students on right now. So thanks for showing up and supporting us. And they're smart. They know that the information that we give is really powerful. And if you got just one thing out of it, which Marjorie got color, now she's all excited. There's Marjorie. I'm sure I'm going to have to be doing something with color again.
Oh,
Yay!
good little meditation.
I want you to walk through a meditation. Are you willing to do that?
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely.
Awesome. Thanks, Marjorie, for reminding us.
Yeah, that's good. Okay.
Let's do it.
All right. Do we want music?
Sure. Music is vibration.
Yeah, let me see
One
what
of the things I really, really use to shift energy.
Mm-hmm. I know. I love doing gong meditation. Have you done a gong meditation before?
I don't know if I have. It doesn't sound familiar. I'm big on solfeggio frequencing music.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah.
I'm not kidding. It'll shift me. Like I woke up the other day, but it was the day of the election, and I picked up all that energy before I could even build up. And I felt like I was going to throw up. I was anxiety. I was shaky. I'm like, what's going on? I'm happy. I was dancing around last night talking to God how happy I was. I like to just dance, guys. ask my neighbors when they look in my windows in the wintertime. They're like, what is she doing?
Okay, so let's go ahead and get comfortable. Can you guys hear this?
No, turn it up.
Is that picking up now? Okay. So I want you to put your feet flat down on the ground if you're sitting. If you're not, that's fine. Just place your palms facing the ceiling. And let's bring in our breath through our nose, down.
Better without music. It's
without music?
distracting. It's kind of in and out.
Okay. All right.
Okay.
So bring your breath in through your nose. Bring it down into your sacral, right below your belly button. Hold it for a couple of seconds and release the breath through your mouth. Let's do that 3 times. Go ahead and begin. Hold and release. Once more. And release. One last time. And release. I want you to envision a gold ball above your head, and you see it gently spinning brightly and glowing, and it moves into your crown chakra, gently gliding down into your mind's eye, floating into your throat chakra, and now down into your heart chakra, and right into your solar plexus. It's right above your stomach, the base of your rib cage where they meet. And this gold ball begins to glow brighter and bigger, brighter and bigger, until you can see a meadow in front of you. And this meadow has a variety of flowers. There's daisies, little white roses, purple flowers, butterflies. You can hear birds singing in the distance as the wind gently brushes across your face, just barely touching your skin. And the sun is shining, and it's a beautiful day. But you're not in an ordinary place. There's something magical around you. You can feel it in the air. As the wind touches you, it tingles just a little, like excitement. And you see a path in front of you, so you walk along the path and just take in the sights. Notice the little animals that are scurrying up the trees, the little squirrels. There's tall grass around you as you walk down the path. And when you look up in the distance, you see a well. It's a brick well, and you walk towards it. And as you get to the well, you notice that there's a bucket that's in the middle and there's water. So you're curious because there's a shiny spoon that is in, or a ladle that's in the bucket. So you bring the bucket up to the surface, and you're amazed that this ladle has your name engraved on it. So this is for you. You receive a message just in your mind's eye that you are to drink this water for renewal. So you take the ladle, you get yourself a drink of water, and as you sip this water, you begin to feel like you're opening up all of your senses. The water gently moves down your throat and opens up your chakras and all of your energetic pathways. And you can just feel your body, your energy, your spiritual energy is expanding and is opening up and is ready for renewal. So allow yourself to just feel that sensation for a moment. Now you let the water and the bucket go back down the well, and you know that any time that you need renewal, you need to be refreshed, replenished, that this is where you can go. This is your special well that is just for you, and it's where you can replenish yourself. And take notice to how your body feels now, how you feel in your body. And at this moment, you can recognize that you are more than this body, that this body is just the framework. And you walk down back towards the beautiful garden that you came into, still feeling the sun just gently kissing your face, the wind blowing, just breezing through your hair. You can hear the rustling of the grass as you walk along the path. You can smell the fragrant flowers that surround you. And as you walk down the path, you see gold light coming into your vision. And that gold light starts to get bigger and brighter and bigger and brighter until you no longer see the garden you were once in. You're now aware of the gold ball in your solar plexus. And it gently moves up into your heart, floating up into your throat, moving up to your mind's eye, and gently coming out through your crown chakra at the top of your head. And when you feel ready, bring your presence back to your eyes and come back into the room.
Okay, so I saw a crow, and I live in Crowing, Minnesota, at the well, trying to get my water. And I look outside, and what's walking down my driveway?
A crow.
A crow. It's not flying, it's just walking like, once again, it's in charge, and everyone knows I'm in charge. So I go look up the meaning of a crow symbology-wise.
Yeah.
Where there's a lot of Native American influences, so I grew up looking at symbology. But every time something comes in front of you, like if you have a hummingbird or a deer,
Yeah.
there's a reason for that. That energy, you're meant to go look and find what that is, or find and study with someone who does that kind of stuff. So it'll be interesting. I'll follow up in a newsletter and post on our page what's going on.
Oh, good.
So I want to make a note of those of you that are on Facebook Live. Thank you to everybody who showed up. We really appreciate you taking the time out of your busy day. We honor your time. So if you're on Facebook and you have not signed up, you're still going to be able to listen to these recordings, but you're going to miss out on 9 free gifts, plus 2 bonus gifts, and email reminders. And I don't email a lot. Everyone, if you know me at all, I'm not big into emails. Like, I would love to get rid of emails completely in the universe. But anyway, if you want to sign up, it's just teleartgathering.com. You register there, and you will immediately be sent an email with links. I am going to go change it out because we created a new Zoom link that we're doing for those of you on Zoom. If you just clicked on the link, teleartgathering.com, I'm a very classy live streamer. I love my recipe cards. That's all it takes. So sign up, show up, and you're going to have just a ton of fun. These series are on Tuesdays, Thursdays, and Saturdays at 11 a.m. Central. There's a time converter in your emails. Please go out and comment in the Facebook page. Once again, facebook.com, teleartgathering. And we were going to be doing some live calls with several of the speakers on the last replay week, which is the first week in February. We'll be doing, no, the second week. The second full week, we'll be getting different speakers together, and we'll be having you jump on. We'll do all kinds of shifts and movements and clearings and coaching. This is all about helping you have a great 2017, because this is the year, guys. This is a 1 year. The past is behind. So if you had challenges, let me tell you, the last 9 years of my life, we don't have enough hours to go through all the challenges. But lessons, 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 lessons. And I tell you, one of my big shifts was hanging out with the right people. When I asked, they started showing up, and that's why I'm having so much fun. I'm co-creating. Josette's one of the people I'm co-creating with. We've got all kinds of fun stuff in the future for you. But I want to thank everybody so much for showing up. Please share this out. If you're on Facebook, share it out, because there's something in here for everybody, and we're here to make a positive change in the world and help you find your purpose for the purpose of the planet. So I'm going to stop the live stream right now on Facebook.
Thank you.
Okay. And is there anybody that wants to do anything live on the coaching call right now? Otherwise, I'm going to stop this recording also.